What's up, Internet? Don here from DonDoes30.com, bringing you lesson 3 for the Python course, or lessons, or introduction, or however you want to do it. What I wanted to talk about today is going back over some of the string literals. I know it was a little bit fast-paced last time for things like the formatters and combining the literals with the variables and things like that. So a couple of things I want to go over today with you. So we're going to go into lesson 3.py. Start a new file here. Now, first thing I want to discuss is variable names. So as you saw last time, we just named the variable names A, B, and C, which is great, but A, B, and C doesn't really explain anything. So you want to be very descriptive, but not maybe overly descriptive, if you know what I mean. So a good variable name might be my name equals Don. And variable names can be text. They could be numbers, strings, anything that you want them to be, but you just have to be careful when you do the naming conventions. There are no spaces in the names. So as you can see here, I did an underscore when I was trying to name spaces. We could do my favorite TV show. Now that's a valid variable name. What is my favorite TV show? I don't even know. What's on right now? I think Stranger Things was a pretty damn good TV show. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's on Netflix. That's my shout out for the day. So these are two variable names that you could use. Some variable names that you cannot use. You can't start a variable with a symbol. So this would not be valid. Also, you can't start it with a number. So you can't do 1, 2, 3, ABC equals this. It doesn't work. This is not at all, to be honest with you. You can start with an underscore if you want. So if you want to do underscore new equals new variable, that's fine. Or underscore number equals 12. You could do that, but most people, they start with either a lowercase or capital letter. And as I mentioned last time, let's see, A equals 2 and A equals 22. Those are two different variables. Uppercase and lowercase are two different variables. So if we print A and print A, you'll see, yep, we get two different variables there. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about the formatters and how those come into play. I'm going to clear this out for our lesson. All right, so let's set, actually, I shouldn't have cleared this one out. Let's set my name to Don, and we'll set age to 30. We'll set, we'll go back to TV show, Stranger Things, and what else could we do? Let's just do that for now. All right. Now what we're going to print out, my name is, now instead of printing my actual name, we'll print the variable, but we're going to have a placeholder for the variable in the format of a formatter, if that makes any sense. So my name is %S for string, and I am %D for data, years old. My favorite show is string. All right, now how we do this, actually let me take the favorite show out because I'm going to run out of room here. What we want to do is set up the %, parentheses, and name our variables. So the first variable was %S, so we're going to have to match that up with my name. And the second one was %D, and we're going to match that up with age. Okay, so when this prints out, Python's going to say, all right, my name is, well, we got to replace this with the string, and I am, well, we got to replace this with the how many years old, and we're going to define those over here on the side. So let's check that out. Let's see how that comes out. All right, and it did it. Okay, my name is Don. I'm 30 years old. And so why these are pretty cool, let's replace that with TV show and see if it makes a difference, right? And it did. So my name is Stranger Things, and I'm 30 years old. It's kind of an odd statement. Now, the reason these are called variables is you can change them. So, my name. And then I'm going to redefine the variable. My name equals Bill. And we'll print it out again. This time I'm just going to use 1. When you use 1, formatter, you don't need to put it in the parentheses. You can just put my name. So what it's going to do, we've defined the variable up here. My name equals Don. It's going to print out my name, and then we're going to reassign the variable Bill, and it should print out my name is Bill. And it did. Okay, so that's the purpose of variables and literals. Variables obviously vary. You could change them. Literals are things that are in quotes that pretty much stay the same. Let's see, was there anything else we should cover today? I'm going to come up with a list, maybe, of different types. So as I mentioned, S is a type, D is a type. There's also an R type, and I think there's the float type. So if I wanted to, like I said last time, set up my age in a float, 0.2f, and the 0.2 is just going out 2 decimal places for a float. Alright, so 30.00 years old. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, that'll pretty much conclude today's lesson, and we'll go into a little bit more detail as we go along, so stay tuned.